Today we're going to be talking about collectible minifigures. So in September 2020, LEGO released their second series of the Harry Potter collectible minifigs, and obviously I had to get them all. They come in these blind bags, so in order to collect them all, you have to feel the bags to see what pieces are in them and figure out which ones are the ones you still need to collect. There are some videos that tell you exactly what pieces you need to feel for in order to get which characters. I will include links to both of those in the description below. Once you've reviewed the field guides and you know what you're looking for, when you go to the store, bring some tape and a Sharpie. You want to use some kind of easily removable tape such as blue tape or masking tape or washi tape. After you feel the bags and identify what character is in there, then label the bag with that character name so that you remember which ones you found and which ones you haven't. I ended up having to go to 2 different Walmarts to find all the characters, and I would forget which ones I'd already found and which ones I still needed to find. So therefore having these labels came in super handy in order to just make sure that I got the full collection. Even though you've studied the field guides, you've collected all the pieces, opening the bags is still fun because there's still that level of excitement to make sure that you got all of them right. I'll do another video where I go into details about each character, but for this video I wanted to talk about the 2 different ways I'm considering about how to display these minifigures. One way that I'm considering displaying them is using this vanity organizer that I saw at the dollar store. For only $1, I thought that it'd be a great way to have your minifigures up on a stand so that you can see all of them displayed in a compact way. In order to stabilize the minifigures inside the organizer, I put each piece on a 2x3 brick and a 2x3 tile in order to give them a little bit of height and to just give them something to stand on. The other reason why you want to make sure that you give them a little bit of height is that if you lift their hands up just so it's at like a little 45-degree angle, it'll fit. But if you wanted to put their hands straight down, they won't fit in the little pockets unless you add the height with the bricks. The back row is wider than the other rows, so I put these on a 2x4 brick and then use plates in order to connect them. And here's what my stand looks like. I feel like they look like they're ready to watch a Quidditch match, but I also think that these could just look really cool in the backgrounds of some of my videos or just on display on a shelf. So this is one way that I'm considering displaying my minifigures. This is something that I saw Jane Bricks do with his minifigure display, which I absolutely loved, and I'll also leave a link to that video below. Basically what I did was, this is the base plate that the CMS come on, and you just wedge them in between the 2 little pegs, and then they'll just stand up there. It's the perfect size. So this is just a great way to, you already have most of the pieces, you just need to get a base plate, and then you can display your figures without any additional pieces. And I just thought that this is such a cute way to show the full set. You could also purchase like a 12x12 shadow box at Walmart for like $10 and then use command strips in order to stick it on the back. And then you have a perfect shadow box. I think right now I'm leaning towards putting them in these stands just because I think that they look really cute in there. But I also do like how they look on this. So maybe for the next collectible minifigure series that I decide to go for, actually, as I'm thinking about it, I think I'm changing my mind. I think I will leave these here as a set so that you can have the group together. And I think that I'm just going to use these to display other minifigures that I have just because it's easier to pull in and out, but you can still see everything in here. So actually, let me put some minifigures in here now. Okay, so I just loaded this little display up with just other minifigures that I had, and I love how they look here, so I think that that settles it. I'm going to use this for displaying the entire CMF series, and then I'm going to use this just for keeping my minifigures ready for if I ever want to use them in a mock or for some photography that I'm taking, but I'm going to keep these displayed all together so that they're in a nice little set. I did have to use some additional pieces in order to give them some height and structure within this vanity organizer, where this is just having to do the base plate, so that's something to keep in mind. Which way do you like better for displaying your minifigures?